Welcome to our professional training series in divination, tarot, and astrology. The following training in astrology was developed for students that are going through the courses with the School of the Divine Infinite Being. We wanted to make our training available to the general public here on YouTube, while also encouraging those interested in a career as a divination professional in astrology and tarot to check out our programs at www.divineinfinitebeing.com. We have post-graduation program assistance that you will not find anywhere else. This includes live video consultation technology, calendar booking, social share tools, affiliate program development, e-commerce, and the opportunity to take clients from the marketing efforts of our talented in-house staff. Again, you can find all of this at www.divineinfinitebeing.com. Sponsored by astrologypro.com. The #1 platform for astrologers and tarot readers to operate their divination services. We hope you enjoy this training. The relationship between houses and signs in astrology. In astrology, the zodiac signs and astrological houses form a fundamental framework for interpreting natal charts. While zodiac signs represent specific qualities and archetypal energies, houses signify different areas of life. Here is how these two systems interrelate. First house is Aries, self-identity and individuality. Second house is Taurus, values and material possessions. Third house is Gemini, communication and learning. Fourth house is Cancer, home and family. Fifth house is Leo, creativity and self-expression. Sixth house is Virgo, work and health. Seventh house is Libra, partnerships and relationships. Eighth house is Scorpio, transformation and intimacy. Ninth house is Sagittarius, exploration and higher learning. The 10th house is Capricorn, career and public life. The 11th house is Aquarius, community and aspirations. 12th house is Pisces, spirituality and subconscious. Each sign brings its own energy and characteristics to the house it occupies, influencing different areas of life according to its nature. The interplay between the signs and the houses in an astrological chart creates a unique and complex map of an individual's life and personality. How the houses and dates of the zodiac signs align in astrology. Now that you have had a quick overview, let's get a bit more into definition. As in any of our trainings, we want to give you several perspectives and repetition of terms in different formats, so they really begin to sink in. Setting the houses to memory will greatly assist you in your astrology career. Here's an introductory look of how the signs, their corresponding dates, and the houses align. Aries, March 21st to April 19th. First house, house of self. This house represents your physical appearance, traits, and characteristics. It also influences your general outlook on life and the way you present yourself to the world. It's about new beginnings and how you initiate actions. Taurus, April 20th to May 20th. Second house, house of value. This house deals with personal finances, material possessions, and your sense of value and self-worth. It also governs your income, financial security, and attitudes towards wealth and property. Gemini, May 21st through June 20th. Third house, house of communication. This house focuses on communication, thinking, and early education. It governs your relationships with siblings, neighbors, and your immediate environment. It also covers short trips, transportation, and your mental faculties. Cancer, June 21st through July 22nd. Fourth house, house of home and family. This house represents your home, family, roots, and ancestry. It relates to your emotional foundation and sense of security. It also encompasses the parent who is more nurturing in the early environment you grew up in. Leo, July 23rd through August 22nd. Fifth house, house of pleasure. This house is about creativity, romance, and recreational activities. It governs personal pleasures, love affairs, hobbies, and interests. It also relates to children and the joy they bring. Virgo, August 23rd to September 22nd. Sixth house, House of Health. This house is associated with health, daily routines, and work environment. It governs service to others, personal hygiene, and wellness. It also covers pets and how you manage your day-to-day responsibilities. Libra, September 22nd to October 22nd. Seventh house, House of Partnerships. This house focuses on relationships and partnerships, including marriage and business alliances. It represents how you relate to others, legal contracts, and open enemies. It also indicates your approach to cooperation and balance in relationships. Scorpio, October 23rd to November 21st. Eighth house, House of Transformation. This house deals with transformation, rebirth, and the deeper aspects of life. It governs shared resources, inheritance, taxes, and debts. It also covers intimacy, sex, and the mysteries of life and death. Sagittarius, November 22nd to December 21st. Ninth house, House of Philosophy. This house is about higher education, philosophy, and long-distance travel. It governs your beliefs, religion, and quest for meaning and truth. It also covers legal matters and your sense of adventure and exploration. Capricorn, December 22nd to January 19th. Tenth house, House of Career. This house focuses on career, social status, and public life. It governs your ambitions, achievements, and reputation. It also represents authority figures such as bosses and the parent who was more disciplinary. Aquarius, January 20th to February 18th. Eleventh house, House of Friendships. This house deals with friendships, groups, and social causes. It governs your hopes, dreams, and aspirations. It also covers your involvement in clubs, organizations, and your ability to work within a team. Pisces, February 19th to March 20th. Twelfth house, House of Subconscious. This house is associated with the subconscious mind, solitude, and the unseen aspects of life. It governs secrets, dreams, and hidden strengths or weaknesses. It also relates to spirituality, karma, and institutions like hospitals and prisons. In a natal chart, the signs that rule each house will vary depending on the individual's ascendant, the sign on the first house cusp at birth. This creates a unique combination of signs and houses for each person. For example, if someone has Aries in their ascendant, the first house is ruled by Aries, the second by Taurus, and so on. However, if someone has Taurus as their ascendant, the first house is ruled by Taurus and the second house by Gemini, and so forth. How houses and zodiac signs work together in a natal chart. When interpreting a natal chart, the sign on the cusp beginning of each house provides insight into how that area of life is approached and experienced. Example 1. If Aries is on the cusp of the fourth house, the person's home life and family dynamics might be characterized by Aries qualities like assertiveness and independence. Example 2. If Leo is on the cusp of the 10th house, the person's career and public image may involve Leo traits such as creativity and desire for recognition. Planets and houses. Planets located within houses add another layer of complexity. Each planet brings its energy to the house it occupies, influencing the areas of life associated with that house. We cover the planets in the houses in our planet training courses. Example, Venus in the 7th house, Libra's natural house, might suggest a harmonious, balanced approach to relationships. Conclusion. Understanding the relationship between houses and signs enriches the interpretation of an astrological chart. Signs provide the how, the qualities and energies present, while houses represent the where, the areas of life influenced by these energies. Together they create a comprehensive picture of an individual's astrological makeup. How birth information shapes your astrological chart. Understanding the ascendant and house divisions. Astrological charts are intricately constructed using the exact time, date, and place of an individual's birth. This information is essential for calculating the ascendant or rising sign, which is the zodiac that was rising on the eastern horizon at the moment of birth. The ascendant marks the beginning of the first house, with the remaining houses following in counterclockwise sequence. Step-by-step explanation. Gather birth information. Date of birth, let's say July 1st, 1990. Time of birth, let's say 3 o'clock p.m. And place of birth, New York City, New York. Second, calculate the ascendant rising sign. The ascendant is the zodiac sign rising on the eastern horizon at the exact moment of birth. This calculation requires converting the birth time to local sidereal time, which accounts for the Earth's rotation and geographical location. For this example, the calculation shows the ascendant at 15 degrees Libra. Determine the house cusps. First house, ascendant, starts at 15 degrees Libra, marking the beginning of the first house. The positions of the other houses depend on the chosen house division system. Most common house system in tropical astrology. We follow the most common and accurate house system named the Placidus system. The Placidus system is the most widely used house division system in Western tropical astrology. Here's a detailed look at why it's prevalent and how it works. The Placidus system divides the houses based on the time it takes for the degree of the ascendant to rise from the eastern horizon to the midheaven, MC, and then set on the western horizon, descendant. This method results in houses of unequal size, reflecting the uneven division of time in a 24-hour day. The Placidus system divides the chart using time, resulting in unequal house sizes. Example, first house, 15 degrees Libra to around 10 degrees Scorpio. Second house, 10 degrees Scorpio to around 5 degrees Sagittarius. Third house, 5 degrees Sagittarius to around 0 degrees Capricorn, and so on. Advantages. The Placidus system is seen as more dynamic and time-based, making it more reflective of the actual movement of the Earth in the sky. It often aligns better with real-life experiences and the way time influences different aspects of life. Relationship between the houses and the zodiac signs. Although each astrological house deals with a specific area of life, it is important to remember that the zodiac signs overlay the houses based on the unique rising sign at birth. In practice, your chart may have any sign ruling any house, depending on your ascendant. Yet understanding the natural zodiac connection helps to grasp the deeper meaning behind the houses themselves. Below, we'll explore how each sign, when placed on this house, influences its expression. Thorough explanation of each of the houses in astrology. Now we are going to delve into a detailed explanation of each of the houses in astrology. This section will provide a comprehensive overview of the significance and influence of each house, helping you understand how they shape different aspects of life, from personal identity and values to relationships, career, and spirituality. Each house plays a crucial role in the astrological chart. Prepare to explore the unique attributes and meanings of all 12 houses, gaining insights into how they interact and influence one another in the astrological realm. The first house, the house of self. The first house, also known as the ascendant or rising sign, is one of the most crucial houses in astrology. It holds significant importance as it represents the point on the eastern horizon at the time of an individual's birth. Here are more details about the first house. Ascendant, rising sign. The ascendant is the zodiac sign that was rising on the eastern horizon at the exact time and location of an individual's birth. It is considered the mask or persona that an individual presents to the world. The ascendant is a key factor in shaping the outer personality and the first impression that others have of the person. Physical appearance. The first house is associated with the physical body, appearance, and overall demeanor. The characteristics of the ascendant often influence one's physical features and how others perceive them. Identity and self-image. This house is deeply connected to the concept of self. It represents the core identity of an individual and how they see themselves. The quality of the ascendant sign contribute to one's self-image and sense of individuality. Approach to life. The first house also reflects an individual's approach to life and new beginnings. It represents the way someone takes on challenges, faces the world, and initiates actions. Personal desire and goals. This house is linked to personal desires, ambitions, and goals. It reflects the individual's drive to assert themselves and pursue their aspirations. Temperament and personality traits. The ascendant and the planets located in the first house influence personality traits. The zodiac sign on the ascendant can shape the overall temperament, style of expression, and manner of interacting with others. First impression. The first house is associated with the first impression individuals make on others. It influences how people perceive someone upon first meeting them and their initial energy they project. Self-projection. How individuals present themselves socially, professionally, and in personal relationships is influenced by the first house. It represents the outward projection of the self. Leadership and initiative. The first house is linked to leadership qualities and the ability to take initiative. It reflects how individuals assert themselves and take charge of situations. Relationship with the body. This house is connected to the physical body and overall health. The ascendant and planets in the first house can provide insights into an individual's relationship with their body and overall well-being. Guardian spirit or daemon. In ancient Greek philosophy, the first house was associated with the concept of the daemon or guardian spirit. It represents a guiding force that influences one's destiny. This was especially popular with Porphyry, the Neoplatonic philosopher. Changes and new beginnings. The first house is also associated with changes, new beginnings, and the ability to adapt to different circumstances. It reflects the individual's capacity for self-renewal and transformation. In summary, the first house is a vital component of the astrological chart, representing the starting point of the astrological journey. It encompasses aspects of identity, appearance, temperament, and the initial impression one makes on the world. The ascendant, in particular, is a key factor in understanding the outer expression of an individual's personality and their approach to life. Signs in the first house. Aries. In the natural zodiac, Aries rules the first house, creating a direct connection between the impulsive, brave spirit of Aries and personal identity. When Aries is on the first house, individuals tend to be assertive, direct, and focused on action. They approach life with courage and often feel a deep need to pioneer new paths for themselves. Taurus. With Taurus influencing the first house, a person tends to present themselves as grounded, steady, and reliable. Their identity is often linked to comfort, sensuality, and stability. They may be slow to change, but deeply rooted in personal values and physical presence. Gemini. When Gemini colors the first house, the individual often appears lively, curious, and mentally agile. Their sense of self is tied to communication, learning, and adaptability. They thrive on intellectual stimulation and are often perceived as witty, youthful, and social. Cancer. Cancer on the first house gives an emotional, nurturing, and sensitive outward personality. These individuals instinctively protect themselves and others and often define their identity through close emotional bonds. Their sense of safety and belonging shapes how they present themselves. Leo. Leo in the first house brings a bold, creative, and charismatic flavor to identity. Such individuals often seek to shine and express their uniqueness, and they naturally take pride in who they are. Confidence, warmth, and a love for attention are often central to their self-image. Virgo. With Virgo ruling the first house, a person often approaches life with analytical precision and humility. They value self-improvement and may present themselves as modest, helpful, and detail-oriented. Their identity revolves around service, health, and refining their skills. Libra. Libra on the ascendant brings a graceful, diplomatic, and socially aware personality. Their identity is often shaped through partnerships and a desire for balance and beauty in life. They naturally seek harmony and often act as mediators in their environment. Scorpio. Scorpio ruling the first house gives a powerful, intense, and magnetic presence. Such individuals often carry an air of mystery and emotional depth. Their identity is tied to transformation, resilience, and the ability to navigate life's profound changes. Sagittarius. Sagittarius on the first house gives a spirited, adventurous, and freedom-loving persona. These individuals define themselves through exploration, physical, intellectual, or spiritual. Optimism, honesty, and a thirst for meaning often characterize their approach to life. Capricorn. Capricorn in the first house creates an identity centered around responsibility, ambition, and structure. Individuals may come across as serious, determined, and goal-oriented. Their sense of self often strengthens over time as they achieve long-term success. Aquarius. Aquarius ruling the first house gives a distinctly unique, innovative, and sometimes rebellious outward identity. They pride themselves on being different and often define themselves through social causes, future-oriented thinking, and personal authenticity. Pisces. Pisces on the first house imparts a sensitive, imaginative, and often elusive quality to personal identity. Individuals may feel deeply connected to the collective unconscious and express themselves through art, spirituality, or compassion. Their sense of self is fluid and expansive. The second house, the house of values. The second house in astrology is commonly associated with values, resources, personal finances, and self-worth. It follows the first house in the astrological chart, and its position reveals insights into an individual's attitudes towards money, possessions, and material resources. Here's a more in-depth exploration of the second house. Material resources. The second house is often referred to as the house of possessions. It relates to an individual's material resources, including money, income, and tangible assets. This house provides insights into how a person manages and values their financial resources. Self-worth and self-esteem. This house is associated with self-worth and self-esteem. The way individuals perceive their own value and the importance they place on their abilities and contributions to the world are reflected in the second house. Earned income. The second house is linked to earned income, representing the money one earns through work, career, or personal endeavors. It provides insights into the individual's approach in financial stability and their attitudes towards work. Personal possessions. Possessions, belongings, and personal items are associated with the second house. This includes not only financial assets, but also the value individuals place on the things they own. Values and priorities. The second house reflects an individual's values and priorities in life. It indicates the principles and ideals that are important to the person, shaping their decision-making in both financial and non-financial matters. Financial management. How individuals manage their finances, save, invest, and spend is reflected in the second house. It provides insights into money management skills and financial planning. Security and stability. The second house is connected to the need for security and stability. It reveals the extent to which an individual seeks financial security and the measures they take to establish a stable foundation. Talents and skills. Talents, skills, and personal resources that contribute to one's ability to generate income are associated with the second house. It reflects the innate ability and qualities that individuals may leverage for financial success. Earning capacity. This house provides insights into an individual's earning capacity and potential. It includes not only the money earned through employment, but also other sources of income, such as investments, business ventures, or creative pursuits. Financial goals. The second house indicates an individual's financial goals and aspirations. It reflects the desire for financial growth, the pursuit of prosperity, and the benchmarks individuals set for themselves in terms of material success. Personal values versus societal values. The second house can also highlight the tension or alignment between personal values and societal expectations regarding wealth, success, and material possessions. Sensory experiences. Enjoyment of sensory experiences such as good food, comfort, and pleasures of the physical world is associated with the second house. It reflects the importance of personal comfort and enjoyment in an individual's life. In summary, the second house is a crucial sector of the astrological chart, offering insights into an individual's financial attitudes, values, and resources. It provides a nuanced understanding of how individuals approach money, possessions, and the pursuit of financial well-being. The astrological factors within the second house contribute to the overall picture of an individual's material life and aspirations. Signs in the second house. Aries. With Aries naturally linked to the second house, values are pursued energetically and sometimes impulsively. Financial decisions are fast, and self-worth is tied to independence and personal initiative. These individuals may feel they must win at building security. Taurus. Taurus is the natural ruler of the second house, making this a deeply harmonious placement. Security, wealth, and sensual pleasures are highly valued. Individuals with Taurus here build slowly and steadily, often amassing wealth through patience and hard work. Gemini. When Gemini influences the second house, value is found in knowledge, versatility, and communication skills. Income may come from multiple streams or intellectual pursuits. These individuals often see adaptability and wit as personal assets. Cancer. Cancer on the second house ties emotional security to material security. Home, family treasures, and sentimental possessions hold great value. Self-worth is often nurtured through caring for others and creating a sense of belonging. Leo. Leo ruling the second house connects self-worth to creativity, recognition, and generosity. Individuals may feel most valuable when they are seen, admired, or when expressing themselves fully. They often find joy in beautiful possessions that reflect their identity. Virgo. Virgo in the second house values practicality, health, and service. Financial stability often comes through detailed, skillful work. Individuals may derive self-worth from being useful, efficient, and competent. Libra. Libra on the second house connects value to beauty, relationships, and fairness. Aesthetic possessions, artistic endeavors, or partnerships can contribute to financial security. Balance in financial and personal matters is deeply important. Scorpio. Scorpio ruling the second house makes self-worth deeply tied to emotional and financial depth. Individuals may value privacy, power, and transformation, often seeking shared resources or intense investments rather than surface-level wealth. Sagittarius. Sagittarius influencing the second house values freedom, philosophy, and expansive experiences. Wealth may come through travel, education, or teaching. Self-worth is tied to living life fully and generously, rather than hoarding resources. Capricorn. Capricorn on the second house brings a practical, ambitious approach to material security. Wealth is built through discipline, responsibility, and strategic planning. Self-worth increases with tangible achievements over time. Aquarius. Aquarius ruling the second house values innovation, individuality, and progressive ideals. Financial matters may be unconventional, tied to technology, social movements, or collective resources. They value freedom and originality over material excess. Pisces. Pisces in the second house finds value in spirituality, compassion, and creativity. Money may be seen as a tool for serving higher ideals rather than an end in itself. Self-worth is often sensitive and intuitive, linked to emotional and artistic fulfillment. The third house, the house of communication. The third house in astrology is associated with communication, learning, siblings, short trips, and the immediate environment. It plays a key role in shaping how individuals express themselves, gather information, and relate to their immediate surroundings. Here's a more detailed exploration of the third house. Communication and expression. The third house is primarily linked to communication in all its forms. It reflects how individuals express themselves verbally, in writing, or through other means. This includes communication styles, speech patterns, and the ability to convey ideas effectively. Siblings and close relatives. Relationships with siblings and close relatives, especially brothers and sisters, are associated with the third house. The dynamics within these relationships and the role of siblings in an individual's life are reflected here. Intellectual pursuits. The third house represents intellectual pursuits, learning, and the acquisition of knowledge. It reflects an individual's approach to education, curiosity, and interest in continuous learning. Local travel. Short trips, local travel, and movements within the immediate environment are governed by the third house. It indicates the ease with which individuals navigate their daily surroundings and engage in short journeys. Early education. The early stages of education, including primary and secondary education, are reflected in the third house. It provides insights into individuals' learning experiences during formative years. Neighbors and community. The immediate neighborhood, neighbors, and community connections fall under the domain of the third house. It reflects how individuals interact with their local community and the importance of community relationships. Curiosity and inquisitiveness. The third house is associated with curiosity and inquisitiveness. It reflects an individual's desire to explore, ask questions, and engage the world through a curious and open-minded approach. Writing and communication skills. Writing abilities, as well as other forms of communication such as blogging or social media, are reflected in the third house. It indicates how individuals express themselves in written form and communicate ideas through various platforms. Media and information consumption. The consumption of media, information, and the way individuals stay informed about the world are associated with the third house. It reflects reading habits, interest in news, and the sources of information that individuals gravitate towards. Adaptability to change. The third house reflects an individual's adaptability to change and the ability to handle transitions smoothly. It includes the capacity to adjust new information, ideas, and situations. Sibling rivalry or cooperation. The dynamics of sibling relationships, including any rivalry or cooperation, can be explored through the third house. It provides insights into the role siblings play in shaping an individual's character. Skillful expression. Skillful expression, whether in the form of effective communication, writing, or other forms of self-expression, is associated with the third house. It reflects the ability to articulate thoughts and ideas with clarity. In summary, the third house is a multifaceted sector of the astrological chart that provides insights into an individual's communication style, learning patterns, and interactions with their immediate environment. It shapes the way individuals gather and disseminate information, fostering intellectual curiosity and adaptability to change. The third house also sheds light on the role of siblings and community connections to an individual's life journey. Signs in the third house. Aries. Aries influencing the third house leads to fast, assertive communication and a love for immediate learning experiences. Individuals often speak directly and may enjoy debating or taking bold action in intellectual arenas. Taurus. Taurus on the third house brings a slow, steady, and deliberate communication style. Learning is practical and thorough. These individuals prefer tangible outcomes from their studies and often communicate in a calm, reassuring manner. Gemini. Gemini naturally rules the third house, creating an energetic, curious, and lively mind. Communication is constant, adaptable, and playful. Individuals love exchanging ideas and are often quick learners with a knack for networking. Cancer. Cancer on the third house brings emotional depth to communication. Learning and expressing ideas are closely tied to feeling and memory. Conversations often center around family, security, or nurturing topics. Leo. Leo ruling the third house makes communication theatrical, heartfelt, and commanding. Learning is pursued with passion, and individuals often enjoy leading discussions, storytelling, and creative expression through language. Virgo. Virgo influencing the third house creates a detailed, analytical communication style. Learning is meticulous, and expression is practical and useful. These individuals may excel in technical writing, editing, and factual storytelling. Libra. Libra on the third house values diplomacy, balance, and aesthetics in communication. They learn best through relationships and may be drawn to subjects involving art, law, or social dynamics. Their conversations often aim for peace and fairness. Scorpio. Scorpio ruling the third house gives depth, intensity, and secrecy to communication. Learning is profound and often psychological. They prefer meaningful conversations and may have a talent for research and uncovering hidden truths. Sagittarius. Sagittarius influencing the third house. The third house brings an expansive philosophical approach to communication. Individuals love big ideas, travel stories, and moral debates. They learn through exploration and seek universal truths. Capricorn. Capricorn on the third house creates a serious, strategic communication style. Learning is goal-oriented, and individuals may focus on practical, career-related knowledge. Conversations tend towards realism and structured thinking. Aquarius. Aquarius ruling the third house inspires unconventional, innovative communication. Learning is often scientific or futuristic, and individuals enjoy discussing humanitarian issues, technology, and visionary ideas. Pisces. Pisces on the third house lends imagination, intuition, and emotional nuance to communication. Learning may be visual, poetic, or symbolic. Conversations are often empathetic, creative, and deeply feeling. The fourth house, the house of home and family. The fourth house in astrology is often referred to as the house of home and family. It is associated with one's roots, emotional foundation, domestic life, and the private, innermost aspects of the self. Here's a more in-depth exploration of the fourth house. Home and family. The fourth house is closely linked to the concept of home and family. It represents the physical home, the ancestral home, and the family environment. It provides insights into an individual's sense of belonging and connection to their family. Emotional foundation. This house is the foundation of an individual's emotional well-being. It reflects the emotional security and stability derived from one's family, childhood experiences, and the overall sense of safety and comfort at home. Ancestral heritage. The fourth house is associated with ancestral heritage and cultural roots. It reflects the influence of family traditions, cultural backgrounds, and the sense of continuity with past generations. Private life. The private inner life of an individual is governed by the fourth house. It includes the personal and private aspects of oneself that are not always visible to the external world. Mother and maternal figures. The relationship with the mother or maternal figures is a significant aspect of the fourth house. It reflects the nurturing, supportive, and caregiving qualities associated with the maternal influence. Psychological foundation. The fourth house is often considered the psychological foundation of the individual. It reflects the early childhood experiences that shape one's emotional responses, coping mechanisms, and psychological well-being. Real estate and property. Real estate, property, and matters related to housing are governed by the fourth house. It includes the individual's approach to home ownership, living arrangements, and the desire for a stable and secure home. End of life. The fourth house is also associated with the end of life and matters related to the later stages of life. It reflects the emotional and familial support one receives during times of aging or illness. Private retreats. Personal spaces and private retreats, where individuals seek solace and rejuvenation, are connected to the fourth house. It indicates the importance of having a secure and nurturing environment for emotional well-being. Heritage and tradition. Heritage, tradition, and the passing down of family values and customs are reflected in the fourth house. It represents the cultural and familial influences that contribute to an individual's identity. Foundations of security. The fourth house represents the foundations of security in an individual's life. It includes the emotional bonds formed within the family, providing a sense of safety and support. Home-based activities. Activities centered around the home, such as domestic responsibilities, family gatherings, and home-based hobbies, are associated with the fourth house. It reflects the importance of the domestic sphere in an individual's life. In summary, the fourth house is a crucial sector of the astrological chart that illuminates the personal, emotional, and foundational aspects of an individual's life. It provides a deeper understanding of one's connection to home, family, and ancestral roots, shaping the emotional landscape and psychological well-being. The dynamics within the fourth house contribute significantly to an individual's sense of security, belonging, and inner peace. Signs in the fourth house. Aries. Aries on the fourth house cusp creates an energetic, action-driven home environment. Individuals may have grown up in a household where independence and initiative were encouraged, or where conflict was common. They often seek to build a personal home where they are the leader, thriving in spaces that allow them to assert their individuality. Taurus. Taurus ruling the fourth house emphasizes the need for a stable, secure, and beautiful home life. Emotional roots are tied to physical comfort, nature, and a sense of predictability. These individuals often seek to create homes that are havens of peace, sensuality, and simple pleasures. Gemini. Gemini influencing the fourth house indicates a lively, communicative family background. Early home life may have been filled with movement, ideas, and constant dialogue. Home remains a place for intellectual stimulation, variety, and often multiple interests or activities happening at once. Cancer. Cancer naturally rules the fourth house, strengthening the connection between emotional security and home. Deep family bonds, nurturing, and tradition are crucial foundations. Individuals with Cancer here often have strong emotional attachments to their family and place great importance on creating a safe, loving environment. Leo. Leo on the fourth house cusp infuses home life with creativity, pride, and a sense of drama. Early family experiences may have revolved around attention, recognition, or performance. These individuals often wish to create a home that feels special, a place where joy, creativity, and celebrations are central. Virgo. Virgo ruling the fourth house leads to a home environment focused on order, health, and service. There may have been a strong emphasis on routines, responsibilities, or practical care in the early family setting. As adults, these individuals often seek a creative, efficient, clean, and supportive home where everyone has a role. Libra. Libra influencing the fourth house brings an emphasis on beauty, peace, and fairness within the home. Early family life may have been concerned with appearances or maintaining social harmony. Later, these individuals strive to create a beautifully balanced home environment where relationships are nurtured. Scorpio. Scorpio ruling the fourth house adds emotional depth, secrecy, and intensity to home life. Family dynamics may have been complex, transformative, or emotionally charged. As adults, individuals with Scorpio here seek deep emotional bonds at home and often value privacy, loyalty, and emotional honesty within their sanctuary. Sagittarius. Sagittarius on the fourth house cusp indicates a life of freedom and exploration within the home environment. Early life may have included exposure to different cultures, philosophies, or a sense of wide possibilities. They often seek homes that feel spacious, open-minded, and spiritually or intellectually expansive. Capricorn. Capricorn ruling the fourth house brings a serious, structured approach to family and emotional foundations. Early home life may have emphasized duty, responsibility, or tradition. As adults, these individuals build homes based on achievement, respectability, and long-term security, often carrying a strong sense of familial duty. Aquarius. Aquarius on the fourth house cusp creates a home life that is unconventional, idealistic, or community-focused. Early family environments may have been unorthodox or intellectually progressive. These individuals seek to build a home that fosters individuality, freedom, and new ways of connecting. Pisces. Pisces ruling the fourth house brings a dreamlike, sensitive, and sometimes confusing influence to home life. Early family experiences may have been marked by compassion, sacrifice, or emotional fluidity. These individuals later seek to create a home that is a sanctuary for the soul, filled with beauty, spirituality, and unconditional love. The fifth house, the house of pleasure. The fifth house in astrology is often referred to as the house of creativity, self-expression, and pleasure. It represents joy, romance, artistic pursuits, and the way in which individuals seek to express their unique identities. Here's a more detailed exploration of the fifth house. Creativity and self-expression. The fifth house is a key domain for creativity and self-expression. It reflects the individual's ability to express their unique identity through artistic endeavors, hobbies, and creative projects. Artistic pursuits. Art, music, dance, theater, and other forms of artistic expression fall under the influence of the fifth house. This house indicates the individual's inclination toward and talent in various artistic pursuits. Children in parenthood. The fifth house is associated with children, parenthood, and the experience of nurturing and being nurtured. It reflects the joy and creativity associated with raising children and the role of the parent. Romance and love affairs. Romantic relationships, love affairs, and the pursuit of pleasure and enjoyment in relationships are governed by the fifth house. It indicates the individual's approach to romantic connections and the desire for love and companionship. Joy and pleasure. The fifth house is linked to joy, pleasure, and the pursuit of happiness. It reflects the individual's desire for leisure, fun, and activities that bring joy and satisfaction. Gambling and risk-taking. Activities involving risk-taking, including gambling and speculative ventures, are associated with the fifth house. It reflects the individual's approach to taking risks for the sake of enjoyment or potential rewards. Recreation and hobbies. This house indicates hobbies, leisure activities, and forms of recreation that bring joy and fulfillment. It reflects the individual's preferred way of spending leisure time and engaging in activities for personal enjoyment. Creative projects. The fifth house governs creative projects and personal ventures that allow individuals to express their unique talents and visions. It includes the pursuit of hobbies and activities for the sheer joy of self-expression, individuality, and uniqueness. This house is closely tied to individuality and the expression of one's unique identity. It reflects the need for individuals to showcase their distinct qualities and talents to the world. Performances and entertainment. Activities related to performances, entertainment, and being in the spotlight are associated with the fifth house. It includes any form of public expression that brings joy and recognition. Speculative ventures. Investments, speculative ventures, and risks taken for potential financial gain fall under the purview of the fifth house. It reflects the individual's approach to financial speculation and taking calculated risks, playfulness, and youthful spirit. The fifth house is associated with a playful and youthful spirit. It reflects the ability to maintain a sense of playfulness, spontaneity, and enthusiasm throughout life. In summary, the fifth house is a vibrant and dynamic sector of the astrological chart that captures the essence of creativity, joy, and self-expression. It illuminates the way in which individuals seek pleasure, engage in artistic pursuits, and express their unique identities, whether through creative projects, romantic relationships, or the joy of parenthood. The fifth house highlights the sources of fulfillment and happiness in an individual's life journey. Signs in the fifth house. Aries. Aries on the fifth house cusp brings a fiery, spontaneous, and adventurous approach to creativity and love. These individuals enjoy competitive games, fast romance, and throwing themselves wholeheartedly into their passions. They thrive on excitement and often initiate creative projects with enthusiasm and daring. Taurus. Taurus ruling the fifth house fosters a sensual, patient, and beauty-oriented approach to pleasure and creativity. These individuals take great joy in artistic expression through physical mediums like art, food, or music. They seek steady, loyal romantic connections and prefer leisurely, indulgent pleasures. Gemini. Gemini influencing the fifth house indicates a playful, intellectual, and light-hearted approach to fun and love. Creativity thrives on variety and curiosity, often expressed through writing, speaking, or learning. Romance is lively, flirtatious, and often driven by stimulating conversation. Cancer. Cancer on the fifth house cusp brings emotional depth and nurturing qualities to romantic and creative expression. Creativity may center around home, family, and emotional storytelling. In romance, there is a deep longing for emotional security and heartfelt connection. Leo. Leo naturally rules the fifth house, creating an exuberant, passionate, and self-expressive approach to creativity and pleasure. These individuals shine when they can perform, lead, or create art that captures attention. Romance is grand, dramatic, and full of warmth and generosity. Virgo. Virgo, ruling the fifth house, lends to a thoughtful, detailed, and service-oriented style of creativity. Artistic expression may center around craftsmanship, writing, or health-oriented pursuits. Romantic relationships are approached with discernment, care, and often a desire to be useful and supportive to a partner. Libra. Libra influencing the fifth house brings elegance, harmony, and a love of beauty to all forms of pleasure and creative output. Romance is essential, often idealized, and individuals may express themselves best in partnerships. Artistic endeavors often revolve around balance, aesthetics, and social themes. Scorpio. Scorpio ruling the 5th house infuses creativity and romance with intensity, passion, and emotional depth. Creative work may explore themes of transformation, power, and the hidden aspects of life. Romantic relationships are all-consuming and transformative, demanding deep loyalty and emotional honesty. Sagittarius. Sagittarius on the 5th house cusp creates an expansive, joyful, and adventurous approach to play, love, and creativity. These individuals often seek to express themselves through exploration, weather, travel, philosophy, or grand ideas. Romance is optimistic, generous, and fueled with shared adventures. Capricorn. Capricorn, ruling the 5th house, leads to a structured, disciplined, and achievement-oriented expression or creativity. Play may have a serious or goal-oriented tone, and artistic pursuits are often undertaken with the aim of mastery. Romantic relationships are approached with caution, loyalty, and long-term commitment. Aquarius. Aquarius influencing the 5th house brings originality, innovation, and unpredictability to creative and romantic pursuits. These individuals find pleasure in breaking norms, expressing unique ideas, and fostering group creativity. Love affairs are often unconventional, friendship-based, and freedom-loving. Pisces. Pisces ruling the 5th house bring a dreamy, imaginative, and soulful flavor to creativity and romance. Artistic endeavors are often spiritual, poetic, or emotionally rich. Romance is approached with sensitivity, idealism, and sometimes a yearning for a transcendent connection. The 6th house, the house of health. The 6th house in astrology is often referred to as the house of health, work, service, and daily routines. It provides insights into an individual's approach to work, physical well-being, and the daily activities that contribute to a sense of order and service. Here's a more detailed exploration of the 6th house. Work and employment. The 6th house is strongly associated with work, employment, and one's approach to their personal life. It reflects the individual's work ethic, job-related responsibilities, and the nature of their daily work environment. Service and helping others. Service to others, including acts of kindness, helping colleagues, and engaging in charitable work, is governed by the 6th house. It reflects the individual's inclination towards contributing to the well-being of others. Health and well-being. Physical health, wellness, and overall well-being are key components of the 6th house. It indicates the individual's health practices, habits, and approach to maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Daily routines. The 6th house governs daily routines and habits. This includes the day-to-day activities that contribute to a sense of order, efficiency, and productivity in an individual's life. Workplace relationships. Relationships with colleagues, subordinates, and superiors in the workplace are influenced by the 6th house. It reflects the dynamics within the work environment and the individual's approach to collaboration and teamwork. Detail-oriented and methodological approach. The 6th house is associated with a detail-oriented and methodological approach to tasks. It reflects the individual's ability to handle details, follow routines, and manage practical matters effectively. Diet and nutrition. The sixth house includes considerations of diet, nutrition, and overall physical health. It reflects the individual's dietary habits and attitudes towards maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Pet care and small animals. Care for small animals and pets is linked to the sixth house. It reflects the individual's approach to nurturing and taking care of animals in their daily life. Problem-solving skills. The sixth house is associated with problem-solving skills, especially in the context of work-related challenges. It reflects the individual's ability to address and resolve day-to-day issues. Time management. Effective time management and the ability to organize daily activities are governed by the sixth house. It reflects the individual's approach to prioritizing tasks and managing their time efficiently. Workplace wellness programs. Wellness initiatives and programs related to health promotion in the workplace fall under the purview of the sixth house. It reflects the individual's participation in or interest in such programs. Mind-body connection. The sixth house highlights the connection between mental and physical health. It reflects the understanding that the state of one's mind can impact overall wellness and vice versa. In summary, the sixth house is a practical and grounded sector of the astrological chart that delves into the daily routines, work habits, and service-oriented aspects of an individual's life. It sheds light on the approach to work, health practices, and the ways in which an individual contributes to their own well-being and the well-being of others. The themes of efficiency, service, and maintaining a healthy, organized lifestyle are central to the influence of the sixth house. Signs in the sixth house. Aries. Aries on the sixth house cusp creates a fast-paced, energetic approach to work and health. Individuals thrive in environments that allow independence and active leadership. Health routines often involve vigorous physical activity, and work life benefits from entrepreneurial drive. Taurus. Taurus ruling the sixth house brings steadiness, loyalty, and a need for comfort into daily routines and work habits. These individuals prefer slow and steady work rhythms and value jobs that offer financial stability. Health routines focus on consistent, body-centered care, often involving diet and relaxation. Gemini. Gemini influencing the sixth house infuses work and health routines with flexibility, variety, and mental stimulation. Individuals are happiest with diverse tasks and social interaction in their workday. Health regimens benefit from keeping things mentally engaging and light, perhaps involving learning or dual activities. Cancer. Cancer on the sixth house cusp ties emotional security closely to work and health. Individuals may nurture coworkers, seek emotionally supportive work environments, and view health through the lens of emotional well-being. Caretaker roles or family-related work is often emphasized. Leo. Leo ruling the sixth house brings pride, creativity, and a strong personal stamp to daily work. These individuals often take great pride in their job performance and health, needing acknowledgement for their efforts. Work must allow personal expression and leadership, while health regimens may involve joyful movement like dance. Virgo. Virgo naturally rules the sixth house, creating a strong connection between personal mastery, health, and service. Daily work routines are detail-oriented, organized, and purposeful. Health is a central concern, often focusing on preventative care and continuous refinement of habits. Libra. Libra influencing the 6th house leads a cooperative, diplomatic approach to work and health routines. Individuals seek beauty, balance, and partnerships in the workplace and may prefer team-oriented tasks. Health is best maintained through balanced, aesthetic, or relationship-based activities like dance or partner workouts. Scorpio. Scorpio ruling the 6th house intensifies the work environment and health routines. Individuals may approach daily life with emotional investment, passion, and a drive for transformation. They may excel in investigative, therapeutic, or crisis management roles and often require emotional honesty to maintain health. Sagittarius. Sagittarius on the 6th house cusp seeks expansive, adventurous work environments and flexible daily routines. Work related to education, travel, philosophy, or publishing often appeals. Health regimens thrive when they involve movement, outdoor activity, and a sense of freedom. Capricorn. Capricorn, ruling the 6th house, emphasizes discipline, structure, and ambition in work and health. Individuals are often highly responsible, working tirelessly to meet goals. Health regimens are approached with long-term planning and seriousness, focusing on endurance and strength. Aquarius. Aquarius influencing the 6th house brings innovation, unpredictability, and a desire for freedom into daily routines. Work must feel meaningful and connected to a larger cause. Health is supported by unconventional methods, group activities, or alternative therapies that resonate with their ideals. Pisces. Pisces ruling the 6th house softens daily routines, bringing a need for fluidity, compassion, and imagination into work and health. Individuals may struggle with rigid schedules, but excel in creative, healing, or service-oriented professions. Health thrives when linked to emotional and spiritual practices. The 7th house, the house of partnerships. The 7th house in astrology is often referred to as the house of partnerships, marriage, and open enemies. It governs relationships, collaborations, and the dynamics of one-to-one connections. Here's a more detailed exploration of the 7th house. Partnerships and marriage. The 7th house is perhaps best known for its association with partnerships and marriage. It reflects the nature of committed relationships, the qualities sought in a partner, and the individual's approach to marriage. Open enemies. In addition to partnerships, the 7th house also encompasses open enemies or adversaries. These are individuals with whom there may be conflicts or challenges, and the house sheds light on how such dynamics unfold. Legal contracts and agreements. Legal contracts, agreements, and formal partnerships, including business partnerships, are governed by the 7th house. It reflects the legal aspect of relationships and collaborations. Diplomacy and compromise. The 7th house highlights the importance of diplomacy and compromise in relationships. It indicates the ability to negotiate, find common ground, and maintain harmony in partnerships. Closest allies. While the 1st house represents the self, the 7th house represents the closest allies or partners. It reflects those individuals who play a significant role in the individual's life through close collaborations. Relationship style. The 7th house provides insights into an individual's relationship style. It includes factors such as how one approaches partnerships, the qualities valued in a partner, and the dynamics of a give and take in relationships. Projection of qualities. The qualities and attributes an individual seeks in a partner are often projected onto the seventh house. It reflects the idealized qualities that one desires in a significant other. Marriage and relationship timing. The seventh house can also provide insights into the timing of significant relationship events, including marriage. Planetary transits and aspects to the seventh house may influence relationship milestones. Business partnerships. Business partnerships, joint ventures, and collaborations in a professional context are covered by the seventh house. It reflects how individuals engage in joint ventures and shared projects. Relationship challenges. Challenges and conflicts in relationships are indicated by the seventh house. It reflects areas where compromise may be necessary or where conflicts may arise with partners or adversaries. Public image of the relationship. The seventh house is associated with the public image of relationships, including how partnerships are perceived by others. It reflects the external presentation and visibility of the partnership. Balancing independence and togetherness. The house explores the balance between independence and togetherness in relationships. It reflects the individual's need for autonomy while navigating the dynamics of partnership. In summary, the seventh house is a crucial sector of the astrological chart that delves into the dynamics of partnerships, marriage, and interactions with others on a one-to-one basis. It provides insights into the qualities, challenges, and collaborative aspects of relationships, shaping the way individuals navigate the intricate dance of connection and partnership throughout their lives. Signs in the seventh house. Aries. Aries on the seventh house cusp seeks dynamic, passionate partnerships. Relationships are approached with assertiveness and a need for excitement. Individuals attract bold, energetic partnerships but must balance independence with mutual cooperation. Taurus. Taurus, ruling the seventh house, seeks stable, loyal, and sensual relationships. Partnerships are built on trust, patience, and shared pleasures. There is a preference for enduring, steady unions rooted in tangible affection and material security. Gemini. Gemini, influencing the seventh house, brings intellectual stimulation, variety, and communication to relationships. Individuals are drawn to witty, adaptable partners and need constant mental engagement. Relationships must evolve and remain lively to sustain their interest. Cancer. Cancer on the seventh house cusp craves emotionally nurturing and secure partnerships. Individuals seek partners who can offer safety, home building, and emotional depth. Relationships are deeply tied to emotional well-being and familial bonds. Leo. Leo, ruling the seventh house, desires grand romantic partnerships filled with love, recognition, and shared creativity. Individuals seek partners who admire and support their individuality. Love is generous, warm, and sometimes theatrical in its expression. Virgo. Virgo, influencing the seventh house, brings practicality, service, and thoughtfulness into partnerships. Individuals seek relationships that offer reliability, mutual growth, and practical support. They may be discerning in love, preferring to build trust slowly. Libra. Libra naturally rules the seventh house, highlighting the importance of balance, beauty, and fairness in relationships. Individuals feel most fulfilled in equal partnerships where diplomacy, charm, and shared values are paramount. Scorpio. Scorpio ruling the 7th house creates deep, passionate, and transformative relationships. Emotional intimacy is crucial, and partnerships often involve psychological complexity. Loyalty and emotional honesty are non-negotiable. Sagittarius. Sagittarius on the 7th house cusp seeks adventurous, expansive partnerships. Individuals are drawn to freedom-loving, intellectually curious partners. Relationships thrive when built on shared philosophical ideals and a love of exploration. Capricorn. Capricorn ruling the 7th house brings seriousness, commitment, and a long-term vision to relationships. Individuals seek partners who are stable, ambitious, and dependable. Love is built steadily, often aiming for mutual success and shared achievement. Aquarius. Aquarius influencing the 7th house seeks unconventional, intellectually stimulating relationships. Individuals value freedom and innovation within partnerships, often preferring companions who share their ideals and encourage individuality. Pisces. Pisces ruling the 7th house seeks soulful, compassionate, and emotionally transcendent relationships. Love must feel spiritually meaningful. These individuals often dream of merging with a partner on an emotional and mystical level. The 8th house, the house of transformation. The 8th house in astrology is often referred to as the house of transformation, shared resources, and regeneration. It delves into deep, profound aspects of life, including intimacy, shared resources, and the mysteries of existence. Here's a more detailed exploration of the 8th house. Transformation and regeneration. The 8th house is strongly associated with transformation and regeneration. It reflects the cycles of death and rebirth, both metaphorically and in some cases quite literally. This can signify personal growth, psychological transformations, or significant life changes. Shared resources. Shared resources, such as joint finances, investments, and assets, fall under the influence of the 8th house. It indicates how individuals approach shared financial matters and partnerships, including marriages and business collaborations. Intimacy and depth. The 8th house governs depth, intimate connections, and experiences. It reflects the individual's approach to intimacy, emotional intensity, and the ability to engage in profound relationships. Psychological depth and insight. This house is associated with psychological depth and insight. It reflects the individual's capacity for self-exploration, understanding hidden aspects of the psyche, and delving into the mysteries of the subconscious mind. Occult and mystical studies. The 8th house is linked to occult studies, mysticism, and the exploration of hidden knowledge. Individuals with strong 8th house placements may be drawn to esoteric subjects or have a natural inclination towards mystical experiences. Inheritance and legacy. Inheritances, legacies, and matters related to will and estates are governed by the 8th house. It reflects the potential for receiving financial or material inheritances from others. Life and death. The 8th house is intimately connected with the cycles of life and death. It symbolizes the understanding of the impermanence of life and the potential for personal rebirth or transformation after challenging experiences. Sexuality and intimate bonds. Sexuality, sexual intimacy, and the formation of deep, intimate bonds are major themes of the 8th house. It reflects the individual's approach to sexual relationships and the depth of connection sought in partnerships. Healing and regeneration. Healing and regeneration, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual, are associated with the 8th house. It reflects the individual's ability to undergo transformative healing processes and emerge stronger from challenges. Power and control dynamics. Power dynamics, control issues, and the exploration of personal power are themes of the 8th house. It reflects how individuals navigate issues of control in relationships and their approach to power dynamics. Psychic abilities and intuition. Psychic abilities, intuition, and a heightened sensitivity to subtle energies are linked to the 8th house. It reflects the potential for individuals to tap into intuitive insights and engage in spiritual practices. Crisis and catharsis. The 8th house often signifies experiences of crisis and catharsis that lead to personal growth and transformation. It reflects the capacity to navigate challenging situations and emerge transformed on the other side. In summary, the 8th house is a complex and profound sector of the astrological chart that delves into the deeper aspects of life, including transformation, shared resources, and the mysteries of existence. It symbolizes the potential for personal growth through intense experiences and the exploration of hidden dimensions of the self and the world. Signs in the 8th house. Aries. Aries, ruling the 8th house, brings boldness, action, and intensity to matters of transformation and shared resources. These individuals face personal change head-on and often undergo swift, decisive rebirths throughout life. In shared finances or intimacy, they take initiative but must learn patience in deep emotional processes. Taurus. Taurus, on the 8th house cusp, values stability even in transformative areas. Changes in life are slow, deliberate, and grounded. They seek to make shared resources secure and may have a calming influence on emotional crisis. Deep bonding occurs through trust, loyalty, and tangible support. Gemini. Gemini, influencing the 8th house, brings curiosity and communication into matters of transformation, death, and intimacy. Individuals process deep change through dialogue, study, and exploration of hidden knowledge. They may intellectualize emotions at times, but excel at uncovering secret patterns. Cancer. Cancer, ruling the 8th house, creates profound emotional sensitivity in the realm of transformation and intimacy. These individuals experience deep emotional rebirths tied to family, home, and personal roots. Their ability to bond is intense, nurturing, and protective in shared emotional and financial matters. Leo. Leo, on the 8th house cusp, brings pride, creativity, and a need for personal recognition into experiences of deep transformation. Individuals seek to empower themselves through self-expression, even in vulnerable moments. Love, loyalty, and passion are central themes in intimacy and shared resources. Virgo. Virgo, ruling the 8th house, leads to careful, analytical approaches to personal transformation and shared finances. Change is approached methodologically with attention to practical details. Healing comes through refinement, self-purification, and understanding the systems behind emotional complexity. Libra. Libra, influencing the 8th house, brings diplomacy, fairness, and aesthetic sensitivity into the realm of transformation and intimate bonding. Individuals seek balance in shared resources and emotional exchanges, often needing beauty and harmony even in life's more profound or challenging passages. Scorpio. Scorpio naturally rules the 8th house, creating an intense, powerful alignment. These individuals undergo profound emotional transformations and are drawn to experiences that demand emotional honesty, depth, and renewal. Mastery of the hidden forces of life is a lifelong journey. Sagittarius. Sagittarius on the 8th house cusp brings a philosophical and expansive attitude towards death, rebirth, and shared wealth. They seek truth in the mysteries of life and are often optimistic about renewal. Financially and emotionally, they value freedom and honesty in deep bonds. Capricorn. Capricorn, ruling the 8th house, emphasizes responsibility, discipline, and pragmatism in shared resources and transformative experiences. Change is approached with caution and long-term vision. They take serious, strategic views on both financial and emotional merging. Aquarius. Aquarius influencing the 8th house introduces innovation, detachment, and unconventionality into transformation and intimacy. Individuals experience radical shifts in life, often through sudden events. Emotional rebirths tie closely to collective ideals, freedom, and visionary change. Pisces. Pisces, ruling the 8th house, brings mysticism, compassion, and emotional sensitivity to the transformative dimensions of life. These individuals are deeply intuitive about cycles of death and rebirth, often merging with other emotions. Healing may come through spiritual surrender and artistic expression. The 9th house, the house of philosophy. The 9th house in astrology is often referred to as the house of higher learning, philosophy, travel, and spirituality. It governs the broader aspects of life that involve seeking meaning, understanding, and expanding one's horizons. Here's a more detailed exploration of the 9th house. Higher education and philosophy. The 9th house is strongly associated with higher education, academia, and philosophical pursuits. It reflects an individual's approach to learning, intellectual curiosity, and the pursuit of knowledge beyond basic education. Philosophical beliefs. This house governs one's philosophical beliefs and worldview. It reflects the individual's personal philosophy, moral and ethical principles, and the broader perspectives that shape their understanding of life. Spirituality and religion. The 9th house is linked to spirituality and religion. It reflects an individual's beliefs, practices, and the quest for a higher understanding or connection with the divine. This can include organized religion or more personal spiritual explorations. Travel and exploration. Travel, especially long-distance travel and exploration, is governed by the 9th house. It reflects the individual's desire for adventure, exposure to different cultures, and the expansion of horizons through physical or intellectual journeys. Foreign cultures and languages. The 9th house includes an interest in foreign cultures, languages, and international experiences. It reflects the individual's openness to diverse perspectives and the desire to engage with cultures beyond their own. Publishing and higher knowledge. Publishing, writing, and the dissemination of higher knowledge fall under the influence of the 9th house. It reflects the potential for individuals to contribute to the expansion of knowledge through scholarly pursuits or writing endeavors. Teaching and mentorship. The ninth house is associated with teaching, mentorship, and the sharing of knowledge. It reflects the potential for individuals to serve as educators, mentors, or guides in areas related to higher learning and philosophy, legal matters, and justice. Legal matters, including issues related to justice, ethics, and morality, are governed by the ninth house. It reflects the individual's approach to fairness, the pursuit of justice, and ethical considerations. Long-term goals and aspirations. The ninth house can provide insights into long-term goals, aspirations, and the quest for personal fulfillment. It reflects the individual's overarching vision for their life and the values that guide their pursuits. Optimism and positive outlook. A positive and optimistic outlook on life is associated with the ninth house. It reflects the individual's ability to maintain a hopeful perspective even in the face of challenges, and the belief in the potential for growth and expansion. Higher mind and abstract thinking. The ninth house is linked to abstract thinking, higher mind faculties, and the ability to grasp complex ideas. It reflects the individual's capacity for abstract reasoning and conceptual understanding. Seeking meaning and purpose. The overarching theme of the ninth house is the search for meaning and purpose in life. It reflects the individual's quest for a deeper understanding of the world, personal beliefs, and the greater purpose that guides their journey. In summary, the ninth house is an expansive and intellectually rich sector of the astrological chart that delves into the realms of higher learning, philosophy, spirituality, and the pursuit for a broader understanding of life. It symbolizes the quest for meaning, the desire to explore the world, and the expansion of one's horizons through both intellectual and experiential journeys. Signs in the ninth house. Aries. Aries on the ninth house cusp pursues truth, travel, and philosophy with daring, courage, and initiative. These individuals seek new horizons with enthusiasm and a pioneering spirit, often diving into new beliefs or distant lands headfirst. Their higher learning journey is fueled by action and adventure. Taurus. Taurus ruling the ninth house leads to a steady, grounded approach to higher learning and travel. Individuals prefer tangible experiences and value teaching that have real-world, lasting significance. They savor cultural experiences and may prefer slow, deeper philosophical exploration. Gemini. Gemini influencing the ninth house brings curiosity, intellectual agility, and love of variety to the search for higher knowledge. Individuals are drawn to diverse philosophies and often enjoy teaching, writing, or traveling to stimulate their restless minds. Cancer. Cancer ruling the ninth house ties emotional depth to spiritual and intellectual exploration. Belief systems are deeply personal and often shaped by early emotional experiences. Travel is emotionally enriching, and the search for truth often revolves around a sense of belonging. Leo. Leo on the ninth house cusp brings drama, creativity, and personal pride into philosophical and spiritual pursuits. Individuals seeking to shine in the academic or spiritual realm may feel called to inspire others. Their beliefs are expressed with flair and heartfelt passion. Virgo. Virgo, ruling the ninth house, emphasizes precision, analysis, and service in philosophical, educational, and spiritual pursuits. Higher learning is approached practically, often focused on health, science, or tangible skills. The quest for truth is grounded in real-world usefulness. Libra. Libra influencing the ninth house highlights diplomacy, balance, and aesthetics in philosophical exploration. Individuals are drawn to beautiful ideals of justice, fairness, and art. They thrive in relationships that expand their worldview and may find philosophical inspiration through love and harmony. Scorpio. Scorpio ruling the ninth house creates a passionate, intense search for truth. Learning is transformative, involving deep psychological exploration or mystical pursuits. Travel may bring powerful experiences that trigger profound internal change. Sagittarius. Sagittarius naturally rules the ninth house, making this a bold, expansive, and harmonious connection. Individuals have an insatiable thirst for knowledge, travel, and philosophical understanding. Their life path is guided by optimism, exploration, and a love for higher meaning. Capricorn. Capricorn on the ninth house cusp emphasizes responsibility, structure, and achievement in higher learning and philosophical exploration. Truth is pursued through disciplined study and practical wisdom. Travel often connects to business, career, or social advancement. Aquarius. Aquarius ruling the ninth house brings innovation, rebellion, and futuristic ideals to philosophy and spirituality. Individuals seek to expand their minds through unconventional knowledge systems, science, and humanitarian causes. Their life philosophy often centers on collective evolution. Pisces. Pisces influencing the ninth house lends imagination, compassion, and mysticism to spiritual and philosophical pursuits. The search for truth may be deeply intuitive or visionary. Travel and higher education are often seen as ways to merge with the greater whole. The 10th house, the house of career. The 10th house in astrology is often referred to as the house of career, public life, and reputation. It governs an individual's professional life, ambitions, and the way they interact with the public sphere. Here's a more detailed exploration of the 10th house. Career and ambitions. The 10th house is primarily associated with career and professional aspirations. It reflects the individual's ambitions, career path, and the level of success they strive to achieve in their chosen field. Public image and reputation. Public image and reputation in the broader society are governed by the 10th house. It reflects how individuals are perceived by others, the image they project in public, and the impact they make on their professional environment. Achievements and recognition. Achievements, recognition, and accolades in the professional realm are major themes of the 10th house. It indicates the potential for individuals to receive acknowledgement for their work and contributions. Authority and leadership. The 10th house is linked to authority, leadership, and the assumption of responsibilities. It reflects an individual's capacity to take on leadership roles, exercise authority, and influence others within a professional context. Public service and contribution. Public service, community involvement, and contributions to society fall under the influence of the 10th house. It reflects the potential for individuals to make a positive impact on the broader community through their professional endeavors. Career choices and direction. The 10th house provides insights into career choices and the overall direction of one's professional life. It reflects the individual's strategic approach to career planning and the alignment of their career choices with broader life goals. Professional status and prestige. The 10th house indicates the potential for attaining professional status, prestige, and recognition in the public eye. It reflects the individual's desire for success and the pursuit of a prominent position in their chosen field. Public speaking and communication. Public speaking, communication skills, and the ability to convey ideas to a broader audience are associated with the 10th house. It reflects the importance of effective communication in professional settings. Work ethic and discipline. The 10th house is linked to work ethic, discipline, and the dedication required to achieve career goals. It reflects the individual's commitment to hard work and the pursuit of excellence in their professional endeavors. Professional relationships. Relationships with colleagues, superiors, and those in positions of authority within the professional sphere are governed by the 10th house. It reflects the dynamics of professional relationships and collaboration. Corporate and business ventures. Corporate ventures, business undertakings, and engagements with large organizations are associated with the 10th house. It reflects the potential for individuals to navigate the corporate world and succeed in business ventures. Career changes and advancements. The 10th house can offer insights into potential career changes, advancements, and shifts in personal status. Planetary transits and aspects to the 10th house may influence career-related developments. In summary, the 10th house is a highly visible and ambitious sector of the astrological chart that centers on career, public reputation, and one's legacy. It symbolizes the drive for achievement, the pursuit of long-term goals, and the desire to make a meaningful mark on the world through professional and social contributions. Signs in the 10th house. Aries. Aries on the 10th house cusp brings leadership, action, and courage to the public sphere. Individuals seek to forge their own career path and often pioneer new ventures. They are known for bold public presence and dynamic professional achievements. Taurus. Taurus ruling the 10th house values slow, steady career building and material security. Reputation is tied to reliability, consistency, and craftsmanship. These individuals build a solid, enduring public image over time and seek careers that offer financial and emotional stability. Gemini. Gemini influencing the 10th house brings communication, flexibility, and variety into professional life. Careers often involve writing, teaching, media, or networking. Public reputation is tied to mental agility, wit, and adaptability. Cancer. Cancer ruling the 10th house ties career ambitions to emotional sensitivity and nurturing. Individuals may seek roles that protect, nurture, or support others. Their reputation is based on emotional intelligence, care, and dedication to family or community. Leo. Leo on the 10th house cusp creates a need to shine in career and public life. Individuals often achieve fame, recognition, or leadership positions and are seen as creative, dynamic leaders. Public life is approached with pride, passion, and a desire to inspire. Virgo. Virgo ruling the 10th house brings diligence, precision, and service in their career paths. These individuals build their reputation through hard work, attention to detail, and practical contributions. They are known for expertise, humility, and reliability in professional fields. Libra. Libra influencing the 10th house brings charm, diplomacy, and an appreciation of beauty in public life. Careers often involve law, art, design, or mediation. Public image is built on fairness, balance, and social grace. Scorpio. Scorpio ruling the 10th house leads to reputation for intensity, power, and transformative influence. Individuals often seek roles that involve investigation, healing, finance, or psychological depth. Their public persona may be magnetic, secretive, and deeply impactful. Sagittarius. Sagittarius on the 10th house cusp brings an expansive, adventurous approach to career. Public life may involve travel, education, philosophy, or publishing. Reputation is built through optimism, open-mindedness, and the pursuit of truth. Capricorn. Capricorn naturally rules the 10th house, creating a strong alignment between ambition, structure, and public achievement. Career goals are taken seriously and pursued methodologically. Reputation is built on perseverance, responsibility, and long-term success. Aquarius. Aquarius ruling the 10th house brings innovation, social vision, and independence in career pursuits. Individuals are often seen as unconventional, original, or involved in progressive causes. Public roles often involve technology, science, or humanitarian activism. Pisces. Pisces influencing the 10th house lends a mystical, compassionate, and imaginative quality to public life. Careers may involve the arts, healing, or spirituality. Public image is often fluid, with a deep emotional resonance that touches collective dreams. The 11th house, the house of friendships. The 11th house in astrology is often referred to as the house of friendships, social groups, and aspirations. It governs one's social life, connection with groups, and the pursuit of goals and dreams. Here's a more detailed exploration of the 11th house. Friendships and social circles. The 11th house is strongly associated with friendships and social connections. It reflects the individual's approach to forming and maintaining friendships, as well as their role with various social circles. Group affiliations and associations. Affiliations with groups, organizations, and clubs fall under the influence of the 11th house. It reflects the individual's participation in collective activities and their sense of belonging to various communities. Networking and social influence. Networking, social influence, and the ability to connect with others for mutual benefit are themes of the 11th house. It reflects the individual's capacity to build social networks and leverage relationships for shared goals. Social causes and humanitarianism. The 11th house is linked to social causes, humanitarian efforts, and a broader concern for the well-being of society. It reflects the individual's inclination towards contributing to collective welfare and social betterment. Group projects and collaborations. Collaborative projects, teamwork, and group initiatives are governed by the 11th house. It reflects the individual's ability to work harmoniously with a team and contribute to shared objectives. Innovation and progressive ideas. The 11th house is associated with innovations, progressive ideas, and a forward-thinking mindset. It reflects the individual's openness to new and unconventional concepts, as well as their role in promoting progress. Social media and online communities. Social media presence, online communities, and the virtual aspects of social life are encompassed by the 11th house. It reflects the individual's engagement with digital platforms and their role in online social circles. Aspirations and future goals. The 11th house governs aspirations, future goals, and the individual's vision for the future. It reflects the dreams and objectives they aim to achieve, both personally and within the context of their social circles. Individuality within a group. The 11th house indicates how individuals express their individuality within group settings. It reflects the balance between personal identity and the shared values or goals of the collective. Social events and gatherings. The 11th house is associated with social events, gatherings, and community celebrations. It reflects the individual's participation in social activities and their enjoyment of communal interactions. Wider social influence. The 11th house reflects the potential for wider social influence and the impact an individual may have on their community or society at large. It includes the ability to aspire and lead others towards positive change. Friendship dynamics. The dynamics of friendships, including the qualities valued in friends and the nature of these connections, are indicated by the 11th house. It reflects the individual's role as a friend and the qualities they seek in their social bonds. In summary, the 11th house is a dynamic and social sector of the astrological chart that delves into the individual's social life, friendships, and aspirations within broader social circles. It reflects the importance of community, group dynamics, and the pursuit of collective goals and dreams. Signs in the 11th house. Aries. Aries on the 11th house cusp brings leadership, action, and enthusiasm into friendships and group activities. Individuals often initiate social movements or lead among peers. Hopes and dreams are pursued boldly and assertively. Taurus. Taurus ruling the 11th house brings loyalty, stability, and a love for comfortable social circles. Friendships are built slowly but endure. Hopes and dreams revolve around creating secure, beautiful, and prosperous futures. Gemini. Gemini influencing the 11th house makes friendships lively, varied, and intellectually stimulating. Group activities often involve communication, networking, and shared ideas. Hopes and dreams are flexible, dynamic, and constantly evolving. Cancer. Cancer ruling the 11th house ties emotional bonds strongly to friendships and group affiliations. Social groups feel like extended families, and emotional nurturing is essential. Dreams often involve creating safe, supportive communities. Leo. Leo on the 11th house cusp brings creativity, joy, and leadership into social life. Individuals often gather admiration within groups and seek friends who celebrate individuality. Hopes and dreams are grand, heart-centered, and driven by creative expression. Virgo. Virgo, ruling the 11th house, lends practicality, service, and meticulousness to friendships and group activities. Social involvement is purposeful, and dreams often involve health, healing, and detailed work for collective betterment. Libra. Libra influencing the 11th house emphasizes harmony, fairness, and beauty in friendships. Social life centers around aesthetics, relationships, and shared values of peace. Dreams involve creating just, balanced communities. Scorpio. Scorpio ruling the 11th house brings depth, loyalty, and emotional intensity into group dynamics. Friendships are transformative and often selective. Hopes and dreams involve profound collective change and emotional empowerment. Sagittarius. Sagittarius on the 11th house cusp expands social life across cultures, ideas, and philosophies. Friendships are adventurous and dreams are visionary, involving freedom, exploration, and global connectivity. Capricorn. Capricorn ruling the 11th house brings ambition, discipline, and strategic thinking to group involvement. Friendships often revolve around professional networks. Dreams involve building lasting structures that serve future generations. Aquarius. Aquarius naturally rules the 11th house, emphasizing innovation, freedom, and humanitarian ideals in social life. Friendships are broad, inclusive, and forward-thinking. Dreams involve radical societal progress and collective awakening. Pisces. Pisces influencing the 11th house bring compassion, imagination, and spiritual ideals into social connections. Friendships may feel karmic or spiritually charged. Hopes and dreams are visionary, transcendent, and often artistically or spiritually driven. The 12th house, the house of subconscious. The 12th house in astrology is often referred to as the house of spirituality, subconscious mind, and hidden realms. It governs the deeper, more hidden aspects of the self and explores themes related to the unconscious, spiritual growth, and the connection between the individual and the collective consciousness. Here's a more detailed exploration of the 12th house. Spirituality and inner journey. The 12th house is strongly associated with spirituality and the inner journey of self-discovery. It reflects the individual's connection with higher states of consciousness, spiritual practices, and the pursuit of transcendence. The collective unconscious. This house is linked to the collective unconscious, a concept introduced by Carl Jung. It reflects the shared experiences, archetypes, and symbols that connect individuals on a deeper subconscious level. Hidden enemies and limitations. The 12th house is often associated with hidden enemies, limitation, and self-sabotaging tendencies. It reflects the challenges that may arise from unconscious patterns or unresolved issues from the past. Sacrifice and surrender. Themes of sacrifice and surrender are explored in the 12th house. It reflects the potential for individuals to let go of ego attachments, embrace a sense of surrender, and find spiritual meaning through acts of selflessness. Isolation and seclusion. This house may indicate periods of isolation or seclusion, either by choice or circumstance. It reflects the need for introspection, reflection, and a retreat from the external world to explore the inner dimensions of the self. Karmic patterns and past lives. The 12th house is often associated with karmic patterns and experiences from past lives. It reflects the idea that certain unresolved issues or lessons may carry over into the current lifetime for spiritual growth. Dreams and intuition. Dreams, intuition, and psychic experiences are governed by the 12th house. It reflects the potential for individuals to receive guidance from the subconscious mind and tap into intuitive insights. Hidden talents and creativity. The 12th house can reveal hidden talents and creative abilities that may emerge from the depths of the subconscious mind. It reflects the potential for artistic expression and the discovery of latent skills. Institutional settings. Institutional settings such as hospitals, prisons, or places of confinement are associated with the 12th house. It reflects the themes of healing, transformation, and self-discovery that can occur within such environments. Mystical and esoteric studies. Mystical and esoteric studies, including astrology, tarot, and other occult practices, are linked to the 12th house. It reflects the individual's interest in exploring hidden knowledge and spiritual wisdom. Cycles of endings and beginnings. The 12th house is associated with cycles of ending and beginnings. It reflects the completion of a cycle, often symbolized by the end of the astrological chart and the potential for a new spiritual beginning. Psychological healing. The 12th house is connected to psychological healing and the exploration of the unconscious mind for therapeutic purposes. It reflects the potential for deeper inner healing and the release of emotional burdens. In summary, the 12th house is a profound and complex sector of the astrological chart that delves into the individual's spiritual journey, subconscious mind, and hidden dimensions of the self. It reflects the potential for deeper healing, spiritual growth, and the exploration of mystical and esoteric realms. Signs in the 12th house. Aries. Aries on the 12th house cusp brings courageous confrontation of the subconscious. Hidden anger or impulsiveness may exist but can be transformed into fearless spiritual action. Solitude fuels their inner fire. Taurus. Taurus ruling the 12th house ties spiritual growth to stability, nature, and sensual peace. Inner resources are steady, and secret strengths involve persistence and the ability to manifest quietly behind the scenes. Gemini. Gemini influencing the 12th house brings an active, restless subconscious mind. Thoughts often bubble beneath awareness, and spiritual insight comes through writing, communication, and intellectual exploration in solitude. Cancer. Cancer ruling the 12th house emphasizes emotional depth, sensitivity, and ancestral connections in the hidden realms. Dreams, intuition, and nurturing spiritual practices lead to healing and inner peace. Leo. Leo on the 12th house cusp brings creativity and pride into the subconscious. Hidden talents often involve artistic expression and leadership in unseen ways. Solitude is needed to connect to the inner source of personal brilliance. Virgo. Virgo ruling the 12th house suggests hidden talents for service, healing, and practical spirituality. Spiritual growth often involves overcoming inner criticism and embracing compassionate self-improvement. Libra. Libra influencing the 12th house connects spiritual life to harmony, beauty, and relational balance. Secret longings for connection and peace drive their private world. Healing often comes through art, music, and meditation. Scorpio. Scorpio ruling the 12th house brings deep emotional currents, psychic sensitivity, and transformative subconscious processes. Inner battles lead to powerful spiritual rebirths. Hidden resilience is profound. Sagittarius. Sagittarius on the 12th house cusp expands the subconscious realm through philosophy, optimism, and spiritual questing. Secret dreams involve freedom, exploration, and the search for divine truth. Capricorn. Capricorn ruling the 12th house disciplines the spiritual path. Hidden fears may relate to failure or unworthiness, but inner strength is immense. Solitude and responsibility are key to unlocking spiritual maturity. Aquarius. Aquarius influencing the 12th house brings visionary, collective dreams into the subconscious. Secret talents involve innovative thinking and future-oriented spiritual insight. Altruistic solitude nurtures the soul. Pisces. Pisces naturally rules the 12th house, creating a deeply intuitive, mystical, and compassionate subconscious landscape. Connection to the divine is seamless, and spiritual growth involves surrender, forgiveness, and universal love.